All right. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday intraday slash day trade setups that I usually do every Tuesday at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Just going over some potential buying or selling opportunities in the Forex market. What you guys know how I usually do it. I usually look at the Forex 5-minute chart on the arbitrage website. For the apocalypse band, this is what I'm looking for on the 5-minute time frames. And then on the 1 hour time frames that I have both of them on, it's the same thing basically between the 5-minute arbitrage, the 5-minute apocalypse band for the arbitrage indicator, and also for the 1 hour arbitrage time frame is basically the same thing. So that's why I like using those two as confluence. And then I go to the charts and look through them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to check out USD pairs. I do not like the way how USD pairs moved while I was asleep, but it's okay because we have stop losses and for a reason and stuff like that, so that we can not take any further losses and then keep going. So AUD USD, no, wait, we're on the 1 hour time frame, sorry. I'm starting off with the 5-minute chart first. So with the 5-minute, I'm looking towards the right over here, and then on the left, when I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame, I'll be looking at over here toward with the AUDZ, ALDZ rather than the AP. So just a little explanation. So we have no. First of all, I didn't even type anything in. There we go. So no, yes. So I don't even trade this. I don't trade that at all. So that's cool. No. Okay, next page. So we have US 30. It's at the upper danger zone, which like I mentioned yesterday, I'm totally looking for this to sell. So I'm gonna write US 30. Usually with US 30, that also comes with NAS 100 and SPX 500. So we'll take a look at that, but everything else says no as well. So that's for the 5-minute chart. For a US dollar, let's check on the 1 hour if it's the same thing. So NAS 100, that's upper danger zone, sorry. World brokers do the US 30, etc. have. So brokers that I know and I could kind of trust, I do trust with US 30 and stuff like that is there's Hugo's Way, there's KOT Forex, there's Owanda if you're looking for a regulated broker. There is there's this one broker that I've actually been testing out. It's called Prosperity. They're pretty decent as well. And I would say there's another broker that I'm not 200% sure about quite yet. It's called Turnkey FX, but it's like you're turning a key FX. But that's another broker that works well as well. But yeah, those are like my top 3 for sure is between Hugo's Way, KOT Forex, and Owanda, like I said, for a regulated broker. Well, have you tried Dow? It's not like it's I would try trading Dow Jones Industrial, like type in DJI, and try the second option, and you'll see when I start looking at the charts as well. Maybe that would benefit you a little more. Let me see. I should just leave this up. Low-key. All right, cool, awesome. So let's look at over here, arbitrage. So we have EURUSD is at the upper danger zone with the RSI line is at the upper danger zone, and I still want this to sell. I'm still actually in that trade for the sell, so I'll go ahead and type down EUDZ, EURUSD. I need a better pen. Yeah. All right, so Euro USD 1 hour. We didn't get it on the 5 minute, but we'll still take a look at it. I'm gonna look at it regardless. NAS 100, no, no, no. All of those are saying no. I'm still gonna look at them most likely though, because I do trade SPX 500. US 30, so we have the confirmation for US 30. And again, if US 30 is doing something, then usually SPX 500 and NAS 100 do the exact same. I don't trade this pair, so I'm not going to take a look at it. So that's for US dollar pairs. Gonna take a look at GBPs. GBPUSD was making me some money while I was asleep. I'm happy about that. Go on to the 5 minute chart first. GBP. No, 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 no. A whole lot of no's. And we have GBPZAR as a yes. I don't really trade that pair, but I'll take a look at it because, hey, why not? GBPZAR. And it's at the lower danger zone. Go on the 1 hour. And same thing. No, 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 no. No, no, no. So even on GBPZAR, even on the arbitrage band, it's not there. So I'll take a look at it, but it's not something, that's not what I want to see usually when I'm looking for pairs like that. So let's go to Euro. I'm pretty sure EURJPY might be at the upper danger zone. All right, so no, 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 no. Yes, EURCHF at the upper danger zone. So EURCHF, upper danger zone. I don't trade this pair, but that's a yes right there. No, 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 no. And more no's. So go here just to check out EURCHF and see if it's confirmed. Yes, it is. So that's a check mark for me. Again, I don't trade this pair or the Hong Kong dollar. I don't trade that either. So EURJPY, I'll take a look at EURJPY, and I'm still looking at EURUSD as well. So I'll take a look at EURJPY. It says it on the arbitrage, but not on the apocalypse. And that's for the upper danger zone. Okay. I don't trade this pair. So go on to the next page and then no. Okay. So far we have US 30, Euro USD, GBPZAR, EURCHF, and Euro CHF and EURJPY. Let's go to AUD pairs. Sorry, I meant to go to the 5 minute chart. So no, 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 no. So nothing for AUD pairs, although I'm still looking at GBPAUD. I just didn't get back in it. And then for the 1 hour chart, out of here. Bye, baby. Love you. And then again, over here, a whole bunch of no's. So still, I'm going to look at GBPAUD since I looked at it yesterday. And I got out the trade like as soon, like not even that long before I went to bed. And last but not least, let's go to NZD pairs. So we have for the 5 minute chart, no, 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 no. And then for the 1 hour chart, no, 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 no. All right, so already done with that. Already have our biases for what we have. Well, actually, 5 minute chart, AUD NZD and Euro NZD. Oh, but this is the 5 minute arbitrage band, so never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. But yeah, so we already have some trades that we'll look at already. I'm gonna go ahead and shut my camera off so that I can make sure sound quality is A1 like steak sauce. Go on to the charts. It's interesting. I thought this was already loaded up. It's all right, though. Okay, that's really interesting to me how this is taking this long. It doesn't usually. Okay, Bucko, you're taking way too long. There we go. Why is it taking this long? Great, now I'm gonna have to go and cut this part off so that it could just be more smoother with the recording. And this is why I'm low-key upset, because I loaded this even before I hopped on this live. And that's why I'm like, why is it being so slow? Is anybody else have any problems with TradingView? Let me check my phone and see if my
it always takes time before loading nowadays. It will eventually load, but it's gonna take some time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Man.
I think last week they sent messages that they were meant that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Royce did mention that as well. Yeah, they're doing some changes and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. Well, it makes sense. I mean, it wouldn't be TradingView if they didn't do that, right? People paying a lot of money, but yet the servers are laggy and all that kind of stuff. They don't send you alerts when you need them. You know, it wouldn't be TradingView if they didn't do that.
Yeah.
They love playing games. All right, go to the 1 hour time. And I need to get rid of some of these drawings. Well, I mean, they could stay. Okay, so there we go. So Dow Jones on the 1 hour. So we'll take a look at the left side over here on the 1 hour time frame, maybe full screen. So I like the way how, well, I don't kind of like the way how price came all the way up here and then it dropped down. It did end up giving us this huge engulfing candle that was bearish. So this is just showing me that price wants to drop. And I do like seeing that price did come in. It's respecting the RSI line right here, right now. So if it does respect this RSI line, I do want it to sell. It's already called for the sell right here and the aggressive sell as well. But what I would want to see price kind of do is if it's going to go any higher, for it to stop right here at the upper danger zone. So at 26286.9, basically, that's the, or 26287. Let me just give a whole number, is where I would want price to climb up to for sure. And then if it doesn't respect that, then that's when I'll get out the trade. But as of right now, based off of what I'm seeing, both on the 5 minute right here. And on the 1 hour, the 5 minute is actually looking like it might call for a buy very shortly. So again, I would want to wait for price to come up over here, most likely, because on the 5 minute, we see that price is already above the RSI line. So yeah, and is doing the same thing on the 1 hour. So I would wait to see if price would come up here to 26270, and then no 26287. Sorry, my apologies. And for it to respect here before it dropping down. If it does break through this upper danger zone right here, then I'll probably be like, okay, I'll wait and see what price does next. But again, I do love seeing this retracement. This is this retracement that I wanted to see from yesterday. And I'll also look at SPX 500 because that's what I mostly trade. All right, and this is the reason why on the chart it didn't really show us, but kind of the same thing on SPX 500. I do want price to come up to this little support or resistance, if you will, whatever you want to call it, and then wait for a drop for a continuation down, possibly even higher to this RSI line. But the reason why I want it at this line, and I don't know if you guys saw it before I changed it, but it's because that's what on the 4-hour time frame, that's where the upper danger zone is for there. We still haven't gone the sell call on the 4-hour, and the Atlas is still calling for a buy as well. So I just want to see if price will eventually climb up there to drop again. So for S&P 500, SPX 500, whatever you want to call it, and Dow Jones, I do want to see that drop, but I do expect price to rise a little bit more before dropping. But if you do see prices still respecting on the 1-hour time frame, if you see it still respecting this mean line like how it shows right here and right here, then yeah, go ahead and go for the sell. But again, I would want price to go back up and just, you know, even if it comes up and touches the RSI line on both the 1 hour and the 5 minute, I wouldn't complain. So what I'm gonna do is actually set up an alert so that if it does go up there, then that would be my entry to get into the trade. So no, actually SPX crossing value, change that to arbitrage, and then I want this to go to the RSI line. And so this is for the left, the 1 hour time frame. And then I also set one for the 5 minute one. The 5 minute one obviously will tell me it'll be more like probably like 2 or 3 minutes ahead of the 1 hour. So apocalypse, oops, wrong setting actually. SPX 500 crossing the apocalypse RSI line. All right, so I got my alert on US 30. So just waiting on alert. And I'll just pay attention to it to see if it does end up climbing to 31,182 and seeing if it respects it before waiting for a drop. So that is what I would be looking for on SPX 500. Is there any questions on that? All right, no questions on S&P. Go to EURUSD. Again, I don't like the way how these pairs moved that night. Yep. So EURUSD. All right, so we had price almost come and give us a sell on the 1 hour time frame, but we never got that. And so price ended up actually going bullish. But on both the 5 minute and the 1 hour time frame, we can see that price has came back up to these yesterday's highs, which made a double top on recent price action. On the 1 hour price action, has made a double top And so what I want to see is for price to respect this 2 deviations right here. If it doesn't respect this 2 deviations, then it's going to keep going up and then hit the 3 deviations, which kind of looks like that's what it's going to do. Let me actually, yeah, that's what it looks like it's going to do. But again, I'm still in this trade. I'm going to still hold it. If my stop loss gets hit, then hey, it is what it is. Because first of all, we see that price is already, it's going to give us an overbought right here. And then it could just end up dropping from this 2 deviations level. So I'm going to be holding this, but as of right now, I wouldn't. If you want to be a risky trader, you could add a position up here. I don't really 100%. I mean, for me personally, I'm a risky trader. So I do have I have a position like right here, if I'm not mistaken. Like I have a position right here, and that's in the negative by like 5 or 6 pips or whatever. But I would wait personally for price to make sure that price does respect this, and then drop down a little more before trying to get into a sell. And just to let me see what the 4 hour looks like. Yeah, 4 hours, same thing as at the 2 deviations right here. I would want to see this level hold. One more time. Let me just go on the daily. Daily just looks like a whole bunch of consolidation. But again, as I said on Sunday, the RSI line is just, I don't know if price can really go that much higher. And if it does, then hey, then it beat me, right? I'll take the loss, and it is what it is. Like I said, if my stop loss gets hit and price keeps going up, then I'll just take that L. But as for right now, EURUSD, I do think that either A, it's going to stop right here, or B, it'll go up higher, hit my stop loss, and then potentially drop back down. But I'm not really super duper bullish on EU. Although yes, it is showing buys, I want to see what it does here. I want to see what type of price action, or if it's going to keep going higher or not before I make that decision. All right. So any questions on EURUSD? No questions. All right. All right. So watching, don't necessarily have a trade just yet. Don't have a trade yet. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to GBPZAR and exotic. Let's look at these exotic pairs. Okay, I could definitely see why this pair is looking like it wants to buy. All right, so GBPZAR looks kind of the opposite of what EURUSD looks like. It's at this 2 deviation level right here, which same thing over here. It's kind of broken through that 2 deviations level right here. But I do want to see price respect here. I want to see price respect here. And then honestly, this isn't a trade that I would even try to get into, because it'll probably take up to a day before it even does decide to go bullish, and then it'll have to break through the RSI line, retest it, and then go bullish. So this isn't really a pair that I want to even put on my watch list or anything like that. So it's like I said, it's not a pair that I even trade on a regular basis. So I just wanted to take a look at it real quick. But yeah, I wouldn't try to buy it as it is down here right now. I would wait for further confirmations. This is probably in a downtrend from the way I see it. Yep. It's just fully in a downtrend right now. Broke through the RSI line, retested it, gave a fake out to the upside hugely, didn't drop. Yeah. Definitely wouldn't try to trade this, right? I wouldn't try to buy it as of yet, because nothing's showing that it wants to buy. So yeah. That's for that pair. And I think EURUSD hit my stop loss. Yeah, definitely did. And yeah, so it is what it is. Let's see if price keeps going up, or if it's gonna if it's going to end up coming back down. We'll see how that plays out. But that's why you do risk management. If you have proper risk management and money management, then you won't really worry about the trades that you take a loss in, because then you could just trade another day. All right, so let's look at Euro CHF. So a lot of Euro pairs, I think it's due to the influence of EURJPY. I honestly think the reason why a lot of GP pairs and Euro pairs moved last night, I think there was some type of EURJPY news. I wasn't really paying attention to any of that. But Euro CHF, before this bullish movement happened, did call for the sell. So it did fake out people for the sell for arbitrage. But I still think that this might sell as well. It's just like with Euro USD, it's gone bullish, and that might be due to the influence of EURGP. But I want to see if it's going to handle way up here. Oh, really? Double? Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to take a look at Euro AUD for sure now. But for EURUSD, yeah, like I mentioned, I want to see. Is there a reason why nothing's popping up on? Why is it still loading? Yeah, TradingView is definitely having some issues. No, it didn't freeze because, I mean, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, you guys can hear me. I could let me press F11. Yeah, it's just TradingView. That was so weird. Okay, cool. There we go. But Euro CHF, I have no idea when I drew this, but sure, I'll just keep it there. But Euro CHF, definitely want to see it come up to the to the 2 deviations right here. And I want to see how it handles this 2 deviations right here before I think about selling. But based off of how the RSI line looks like, I think it will sell, because this can go only so much higher before it has to drop. And those are the type of setups that I like looking for. So I'll definitely wait and see on Euro CHF how this plays out. So what I'm going to do is set an alert on the 5 minute. You know what? I'm going to set it up on the 5 minute time frame. I want to see it come up here to 1.07017, and then I'll make my decision from there. So I'm just going to add alert on the array, and then I'll say crossing, look for possible rejections. So I'll be looking for rejections, for a price to reject off of this right here, which is the 2 deviations, and then for it to drop. That's what I'll be looking for. Not really interested in trading it as of right now. I'd rather have it come up here, make a double top before I try to get into it. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But personally, I don't really like anything that I've looked at except for US 30, the Dow Jones. That's basically all I'm liking as of right now. Let's look at EURJPY. I know that my man Cole, one of my mentees, he got into this trade yesterday and he was selling it, but I think it might have changed direction on him, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, definitely did. Remove drawings. Yeah, this definitely changed hella directions on him. So yeah, it has to be a euro thing because a lot of the euro pairs are just bullish right now. So it definitely has to be due to the influence of the euro pairs probably gaining strength. But EURJPY is kind of the same thing as with EURUSD and with EURCHF. I want to see how it handles this 2 deviations area, although it could possibly come up here to 3 deviations, but I'm not really looking for that. Want to see if it respects here before I'm like, okay, well, maybe we can get into a possible risky sell and then go for a drop. Oh, today's a Euro holiday. Really? Huh. And no, Lorraine, I haven't checked GU yet. I did not know that today was a Euro holiday, though. That is due to my negligency. I don't even know if I said that right. Don't judge me. Let me see. So there was definitely some Euro news and GP news yesterday. So that explains a lot. Actually, I should have, and this is why I should always check news before I trade. There's actually going to be USD news in like 45 minutes, but I don't know how much exactly that's gonna make the markets move. But and especially if it's a Euro holiday today, then this might be a good opportunity to try to. Usually, I've noticed something when there's holidays, when there's a holiday going on, that pair, like let's say that for instance, if it was EURJPY and the JPY, the Japanese yen had a holiday, that the Japanese yen will be like one of the weaker pairs, and then price would just usually go against that. Like if the euro didn't have a holiday or anything like that, then it would be strong. So me seeing the euro being this strong while it's like it has a holiday is kind of weird. But I'll still be looking for possible sells on EURJPY. Let me see what the overall trend is, though. Eesh, that's tough. Oh, I did not want to go into weekly. Daily, yeah, I want this to sell for sure, especially with the RSI line on the daily like this. But hey, I mean, it could possibly keep going bullish, but I don't think it will. I like this recent high that it came back up to right here, and then it also has the potential to even come up a little higher to 122.500. So we'll see how that plays out. But like I said, I'm not really trying to sell it just yet. I want to wait a couple candles, like maybe an hour, 2 hours to 3 hours before making that aggressive sell decision. All right, so that's EURJPY. Those are the pairs that we just looked at on the arbitrage website. Now I'm just gonna go through like the pairs that I was talking about yesterday. AUDUSD is one of them. All right, so AUDUSD is literally at the spot that I had mentioned that I wanted it to come back up to yesterday. Let me get rid of a lot of these drawings first. So let me get rid of that. I'm still keeping this because this is still the same exact setup that I wanted. Let me get rid of this as well. All right, so we had price come up to the upper danger zone on the 4-hour time. I mean, not the upper danger zone, the RSI line on the 4-hour time frame, like I had mentioned yesterday on the charts that I sent out. But my only thing is right now on the 5-minute chart, which this is the 1 hour, price is currently over the RSI line. So that's my issue that I have right now. That's my dilemma that I have right now. But I still do want this to drop. I still want to see this sell, as long as it's respecting on the 4-hour time frame this what let me see.
Yeah, that was where I wanted to sell to.
Yeah.
You know,
no, yeah, that's
because if you flip the last impulse,
this impulsive candle.
if you use Fibonacci on the last impulse downside, you're gonna get 0.5 aligning with
61.8. Yep.
Yeah. At a very good level for yourself.
Yeah, and it's been in consolidation a lot, and on the 1 hour time frame, actually price is under the RSI line. So yeah, man, I like this sell. I'm actually going to get in this right now. Although actually, you know what? Before I get into this, let me go look at the DXY.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a trap of any sort.
Yeah.
But I definitely do like that sell. DXY rejected off of this. It's still at this level. Let me get rid of this drawing that I did on Sunday. If the DXY can maintain right here, then by all means, yes, I do want to get into that AUDUSD sell. But it needs to maintain right here. Even if it comes down to 96.28, I wouldn't be mad. It's okay. I'll be fine with that drawdown. But anything lower than that, I would probably get out the trade.
Yeah. USD has been behaving as if US is on holiday.
It's just ugly. It's been basically consolidating. It's just basically consolidating. But reason why I think that it could potentially go bullish and is because the RSI line is just so low on the daily time frame that I'm not sure if this can drop any lower. It could. It definitely could. I always love having that if factor, like that possibility of price, that the possibility of price just going lower. It definitely exists because there's no such thing as a definite answer when it comes to Forex or stocks or anything like that. But probability of this dropping any lower is very low.
And AUD is a little bit strong now against its peers. It's looking strong in the last 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. So and even on the 5-minute time frame, it just called for the buy right here. So it's a little conflicting.
Yeah.
But if I'm sticking with my trading plan, then definitely I want to sell up here. So, and that's exactly what I'm going to do because this is something that I've planned out. And as long as we have 1 more hour until this 4-hour candle closes, and this bullish impulsive move right here, that's what's telling me that, okay, this might end up selling. But price has just been consolidating as well in this little zone. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the sell regardless. And I'm gonna there's gonna be like USD news in a couple minutes as well, so that might get us some movement with the market.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get my sell entry right there, and I'm trying to swing this low key like for the next couple of days until probably Friday possibly, or even hold it for the weekend. But I'm going to go ahead and let's risk, how many pips is this that we're risking so far? 24 pips. Let's go ahead and risk 35 pips.
Okay.
So that's because if price does end up coming back up all the way over here, then I think that AUDUSD is just going to go bullish. If it does come back up here after this whole, this candle that it gave us yesterday, if it gets back up there, then I think it's just going to go bullish regardless.
Yeah.
And AUD, like I said, AUDUSD with EURUSD, how it hit my stop loss and it came back down. But yeah, with AUDUSD, I do think that it still should drop. I think that probably that bullish move on EU, I think it was probably a fake out, just to fake people out thinking that, oh, price is gonna buy, so get your buy entries now or forever hold your peace type of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's probably it's actually bearish. You know?
yeah, exactly. Like if you do look at like if you look at like daily and weekly price action, then you can see it's bearish still. Like it still has that opportunity to continue dropping. So gonna go ahead and put a 0.5. Yeah, that's fine. And then all right, so I'm all good with AUD USD. And again, stop loss is at 0. I'd rather just go ahead and put 0.770 instead of 0.699925.
You go for what?
0.7.
Okay.
That's my stop loss for AUD USD. So, all right. Any questions on AU? Again, this is just going off of the trading plan that I made for myself yesterday. That I'm said, okay, this is what I'm going to trade, and if it goes, if I see price breaking through that RSI line and the upper danger zone, then I'll most likely just get out. But any questions on AU? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. That it, because you're right, it definitely is a bank level, but we've seen that price did come up. Wait, did it right here? Yeah, it came up on the 9th. It did come up to that level. It did go up to 0.7, and then as well as on the 6th, it came up to, it was very close to 0.7. So like you said, yeah, they definitely might go up there, but I feel like if price does end up retracing this whole full candle that it gave us yesterday, that it might just end up keep going high. It might just end up going bullish. So that's my thing with AUD USD right now. But you're definitely right, it is a bank level. So if you would want, and you want to like go ahead and risk a little bit more, like let's say 40 pips or 50 pips, I mean, then putting it like at 0.701 might be better for you. But then obviously your risk to reward, it drops down a little bit more, right? So that's for AU. Let me look at GBPAUD, because this was a trade that I was in yesterday, but unfortunately stop loss. Well, not even stop loss. Price had just broken through this RSI line that I was talking about. So I'm like, okay, well, since it broke it, I'm out the trade. Yes. So let me delete this and give my opinion. All right, so with GA, this, if I'm not mistaken, what it looks like is price came down to the 61.8 Fibonacci level. If you throw the fib from the low to the high right here. Yeah. Oh, let me put it on here as well. And it's kind of the same thing with AUD USD. Dang, the 1 hour looks filthy. 1 hour time frame on GA, I would I want to see price come down to this 1 point, this 3 deviations basically. That's where I want to see price come down to, because that's where this 71% fib is at, and that is a level that the banks like to test. They love testing the 71% Fibonacci level after a move. And so that is what I would want to see price come down to. It could most likely stop right here at the 61.8 Fibonacci level, but I doubt it. And it might come down and give a quick wick down here, then go bullish. But both, I mean, on all these time frames, on the daily, on the weekly, on the 4 hour, it's all showing that GA is bearish. But again, I just want to see what happens when price comes down here. If it holds, then hey, I might get into that buy. But as of right now, on the 5-minute time frame, we do see that price is showing some oversold. It showed this previous oversold and right here. But again, I always want to see what happens when price comes to 1.79 to 750. And if it holds at that area, I wouldn't be against buying, even though it's so low. On the 4-hour time frame, on the arbitrage band on the left side, it's currently, the candle is, it looks like it's broken through the mean line, but it could still come down low, and even coming down to the lower danger zone would be ideal as well. Like, it wouldn't be terrible for price to come down to 1.79460 even. So in between, just this general area would be my ideal place to, okay, take a look and see what price is doing. We do have the sell call. So this is just general area would be where I would be like, okay, let's see if price respects here. If price respects here, then yeah, I'll definitely get into the buy. But if price ends up coming down all the way over here back to these recent lows, I'll be iffy on trying to continue to buy it. So that's for GA, just looking for now, not really trading it, just observing. Let's go ahead and look at GBPUSD. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. I love that. I love that. Oh, he's not even in here anymore. It's all good though. GU, I still want this to happen. I still want, if I'm gonna get into GU, I'm glad I actually took more partials down here. That if I want to get back into GU, I need to still see price come back up and retest this RSI line at 1.25800. I need to see it retest that level and then drop. So nothing's really changed for me on GU, really. I'll take the hour time frame and let me go on to the left side as well. Yeah, nothing's really changed for me. I would definitely love if price can do that actually this morning. That would be great for it to come up and then retest this level, which would be the RSI line once it comes down a little more, and then drop. That would be ideal, most ideal. So don't really, no problem, Lorraine, no problem. GU definitely want to see this go up and then drop down. Nothing's really changed from yesterday's charts. Let's go to USDCAD. Okay. So UCAD. Yesterday we did see some good bullish movement on UCAD, but I don't want to necessarily quite get in yet for a buy. If I did want to buy, there we go. So this is the setup that I wanted initially, was for price to come back up here to test these highs and then drop and then go bullish to break through the high. But we didn't even get price to go up there. Let me just actually take all this off. So with UCAD, it's right now currently is rejecting off of the upper danger zone, right? But it's still, if it could very well just hold at this level and then continue going bullish, which I don't think it will. As of right now, I would want to see a deeper pullback, maybe back to the RSI line, although I might be asking for too much with that, because again, on the daily time frame, price is already called for the buy. So price could just definitely keep going bullish from this level right here. But I would definitely want to see price come back down to 1.35700. That's where the RSI line on the daily is for me to get into a better risk to reward probability trade for UCAD. So in 1.374, it happens to be at the 4-hour RSI line as well. So that, again, this is my ideal buy position for UCAD. And if I'm gonna try to just, if you want to get into a swing, then I would suggest risking like about 50 pips, which will be back down to these lows, 56 pips, I guess. But then again, on the daily time frame, because this is what I'd be basing my trade off of. If we're going off of the daily, you could potentially come and take price all the way up here, and that's 400. That's about 400 pips, but that's for a swing again. So it'd be hard for some people to hold a 500 pip trade. Even I have difficulties trying to hold like 300 or 400 pips. I'm like, I don't want to be greedy, but at the same time, it's like you want to follow your trading plan, right? But yeah, I would definitely love to see price come back down to 1.35750/40 area, and then I'll look to buy. So any questions on UCAD? Yeah, I totally would not be against that, because even on the 1 hour, that's where the lower danger zone is. I would not be against that. So any questions? All right, none for UCAD. I'm going to go ahead and go on over to, I want to see what, before I continue, let me see what EURUSD is doing, because like I said, I'm just watching it. Yeah, it could have just came up here to take my stop loss, and then it could drop. But again, just watching that still. Any other pairs that anybody wants me to look at? Because right now I'm just freestyling. I'm just like going off of things that I've been paying attention to mostly. And you, thank you. I knew I was forgetting something. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, so NU, I kind of have the same thing. I ended up taking more partials down here before I went to bed last night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I went to bed late. But yeah, I definitely want to see price come back up, retest this RSI line, which is I didn't even mean for that to happen because I was looking at the 4-hour time frame, but it just so happens that that's the 1 hour RSI line as well. But yeah, I want to see price come back up to 0.65500 area and then get that drop. That's what I want to see ideally for NZDUSD. So, and I love it how it did reject off of this mean line right here. So definitely want to see. Morning, Bethy. Hi, Bailey. I definitely want to see this retest of the 4-hour RSI line, and that's when I would hop in for the sell and take NZDUSD down. It's been annoying. It's been annoying with NZDUSD. I'm not gonna lie. One of the more annoying pairs. It's been just up in this zone for how many days, but it gave us that very bearish impulsive move, which I love to see. So now retest of RSI line, a drop, and then we're good to go. What do you think? What's your thoughts, Marcus?
Yeah, I actually got it lined up exactly the same way. I just put an entry in just now. Feel like it might pull back a little bit, then drop.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
hey, I mean, if you don't mind holding, if you don't mind little pullbacks, then that's nothing, right?
yeah, ain't nothing.
All right, awesome. I love it. We're on the same page. Definitely love it. When we're all on the same page. Okay, so NU, I don't really care for USDJPY right now, but I'll take a look at it anyways.
Hey, Abdul.
Yes.
Yeah, are you saying NU needs to come to 0.618 Fibonacci?
So with NU, the 0.618 Fibonacci definitely does look more.
Yeah,
Let me actually see where it lines up with. It
okay.
kind of looks like it lines up with exactly like with the entry that we have from this bearish move back. Yeah, no, exactly 0.618. Yep. That's where I'm looking to get into my entry. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
And even if it comes up to like 0.65700, I would still hold. I wouldn't mind still staying in that trade.
Okay.
Because it could definitely just go back up there and like try to fake people out saying that, oh well, I'm not gonna end up selling, I'm gonna buy. So yeah, no, that's perfect though.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out because that just gave me more confluence.
Yeah.
All right. USDJPY again. It's just I don't know what it did yesterday. Oh well, yeah. From the trade that I talked about on Sunday, it's still running. I didn't get in it because I said I didn't like it, but it's still running. It's almost at TP. So, I don't know how to feel about UJ honestly. I want to sell it, kind of, but I don't at the same time because on the daily time frame it is under the RSI line, but I want to see how it plays with this RSI line. So that's the reason why the TP is there, because I want to see how it plays this RSI line. But we do have a bullish engulfing candle, so and that shows confluence with me trying to sell EURUSD. So yeah, that's what I have for UJ. Any other pairs that anybody wants to look at? Any other pairs? Anything anybody wants me to take a look at? Before I got off, don't judge me. Holy smokes, what? Tesla. I wasn't prepared to see this. And I had a perfect opportunity right here, right at the 70.50. I was debating if I wanted to buy some stocks on Tesla, and I flopped. And I had and arbitrage was telling me, yeah, go ahead and buy it. I was not expecting price to come up this high. Dang. That's scary. That's scary in a good way.
Yeah, it's probably gonna come down just the way it went up.
And exactly. It's probably going to end up starting to come down eventually, but man, that is wild. And I'm pretty sure Elon Musk, if I'm not mistaken, he's surpassed Warren Buffett.
Is what?
I think, I'm not too sure. I don't quote me on that, but I think I read some reports where he said he surpassed Warren Buffett. And I'm like, wow.
I think
what that news article said the other day.
The Tesla have surpassed Toyota as the biggest,
Yeah, as the biggest motor company. Yeah. So this is crazy though. What? I was not prepared to see this.
It's actually funny to me because Toyota is everywhere,
But yet you don't see Tesla everywhere. But
it's
yeah,
been around for years, and Tesla is just only in developed country you're gonna find Tesla. And how many Tesla do you even see on the streets of Canada?
Bro, honestly, even where I live at, even if like in Manitoba, I've only seen like 3 Teslas so far.
Yeah,
and I've been up here for 2 years.
Yeah, I used to see 1 or 2.
So it's just mind blowing.
Yeah, I think people are just over subscribing their, Tesla shares.
Yeah, probably. I definitely see that as a possibility. But man, it's crazy. What? 1,500 right now? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's that's an unfair value.
Exactly. It is. It's like who would have imagined that Tesla would be this high this fast? It's kind of like, and that's why they say Tesla is kind of like Bitcoin, because it just moves sporadically. Like, who would have thought, man? But anyways, any other questions? Any other questions? Any other pairs that anybody wants to look at before I hop off?
You want to look at NZDCHF?
That is a pair that I do not hear about a lot.
Yeah, I just saw a bearish daily candle.
Oh yeah, this might be a good swing trade. Just depends on how it handles this RSI line. But let me look at the 4-hour. It kind of looks like same thing as NZDUSD, honestly. Yep. Ooh, but it came down lower. But what I would love to see is for price to either come up to the mean line or the RSI line and then continue to the downside.
Yeah.
So let me just draw this value or this value. So anywhere in between these two areas, I would look for a sell opportunity for a price to go down and make a lower low. I would love to do that.
Yeah, to get a fresh momentum.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely love to see that. But dang, NZDCHF, those are the type of pairs that I don't even think about looking at. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hopping on. I would post up the recording very shortly. I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm just gonna post it. Like that little lag that happened. It is what it is. You could just fast forward through it. But thank you guys for popping up. I appreciate it. I always love it when you guys pop up, show support. I love it. And let's make some money this morning.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. You guys have a good day.
Good.